This is just a masterpiece, period. And I know people don't like Sarah J Maas, but guess what? I'm not one of them. I like this series. Hey guys, it's Jocelyn and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my May book haul. This was a good month for me book haul wise because I didn't buy that many books. Well, I bought more books than this, but they were for other people, so that's good. A whole Mother Teresa, if you will. And the first one that I want to talk about is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This book is basically about a girl and a guy whose siblings are getting married, and at their wedding the girl is allergic to seafood, so she can't eat the seafood buffet, and the guy has a thing about buffets. He thinks they're unsanitary. And it turns out because they're the only two people who didn't eat the seafood buffet, they're the only two people who didn't get sick. Everyone else got sick, and so the bride and the groom could not go on their honeymoon. So they basically begged their siblings to take the honeymoon because it was non-refundable. The thing about these two siblings, they're not siblings to each other, they're siblings to the bride and the groom, is that they hate each other. So they have to go on this honeymoon together and pretend to be husband and wife even though they hate each other. And it kind of just shows them getting to know each other more and hate to love. Like, this is the ultimate hate to love. I know this isn't a wrap up, but I have already read it and I loved it so much and I would highly recommend it. Alright, the next book that I got this month is The Bread Test by Helen Huang. I already read The Kiss Quotient, which is the first book to this. It's not a sequel. This is more of a companion novel. This book follows Michael's brother Kai, who isn't really interested in relationships. He also has autism, and his mother goes back to Vietnam, I'm pretty sure, and finds a wife for him and brings her back and makes her live with him for the summer. And yeah, it just follows that journey with her living in his house and him getting to know her and kind of realizing that maybe he would want a relationship with her. So yeah, I like this a lot. I thought I wouldn't like the premise because it was more of an arranged marriage, but I actually really did like this, and it just kind of blew my expectations out of the water. So yeah, I would highly recommend this one as well. Okay, so those were the only two that I actually read that I bought this month. Surprise, surprise. The next book that I have that I got this month was A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I'm really excited to read this series also. This is the floppiest book I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this series. I haven't finished Game of Thrones on TV, and I also heard that you should watch the show before actually getting into reading it because they're so dense and there's so many characters, and if you watch the show then you already have a picture of everything that's going on in your mind. I have seen, like, I think the first 2 seasons, 2 or 3, but I have no idea what happened. I kind of forgot because I watched them so long ago. So I'm gonna rewatch the first season and then read the first book and kind of do it like that, just like watch a season, read the book, watch a season, read the book. I'm not sure if the books follow exactly one season, but I think I'm gonna figure it out as I go. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. Did I even say what it's about? I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this is about. How do you even describe it? I don't really know how to describe this. Everyone knows Game of Thrones. It's just about, it's like kind of like a fantasy, and it follows a whole bunch of different families and stuff ensues. I don't know. I can't describe Game of Thrones. I feel like, especially since I can't remember what the show is about, I feel like it'd be really hard for me to explain this. The next book I got is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I'm really excited to read this just because I really do love Jay Kristoff's writing. He has like this sarcastic wit that's really good, and I find it very entertaining and not cringy like some sarcasm can be in books. So yeah, this book follows Mia, who goes to school, I'm pretty sure, to train. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily school, but I know she's training to be an assassin. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this just because it's adult, and I'm really interested to get into Jay Kristoff's adult writing, even though I heard that it can be very dense with this one, especially with the footnotes. But I feel like once I get into it, because I hear a lot of people say once you get into it, it's really good and you're able to understand better. And I really think I'm gonna like the second book. I hear a lot of good things about God's Grave. So I want to read this to get into Jay Kristoff's adult writing because I really do adore his young adult writing. Next book I have is called Opposite of Always, and it's by Justin A. Reynolds. I got this book this month because it is the group book for Team Pluto for the Sailor Moon-a-thon, which I'm participating in. And surprise, surprise, I haven't read it yet, and I have to read this by the end of the week in order for it to count. So yeah, I have to hop on this. This is my next read. But this book is basically about a guy who finds this girl. He meets this girl and they end up falling in love apparently, and she dies. So then he has to go back in time and kind of figure out how to bring her back to life. And I'm pretty sure it's like Groundhog Day, kind of like Before I Fall, where she keeps dying and coming back, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. It has a pretty cover. I've heard pretty mixed reviews about it, so I'm not sure exactly how I'll feel, but you guys will hopefully find out in my May wrap up. The rest of these books were all sent to me, and 4 of them are arcs, but they're arcs that one arc came out this month and the other 3 are arcs that are like way past due. Yeah, so the first one that I'm going to show you is, I'm just going to get the arcs out of the way and then I'm going to show you books that people send to me. Yeah, so the first one that I have is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and this cover is gorgeous. I can't wait to read this and then get the finished copy, because underneath the naked book of this is absolutely stunning. Maybe I should insert a picture here. Let's see if I actually do it, because I say that and then I never do it, but we'll see. So this book is about Imani, and I'm pretty sure this book just follows her daily life and her struggles with being a teen mom, as well as her following her passion in food. I'm also interested in this book because it follows Imani's life as an Afro-Latina woman, and I think that's a very missing representation in a lot of books, so I like that I'm seeing like more representation in that sense. And also, I forgot to mention that I got this book from Chelsea Darling Reads. She had a giveaway on Twitter and I won it, so yeah. I also won these 3 arcs in a giveaway, and I'm really excited that I have these. They're 3 arcs by Black authors. I actually own the finished copies of these 2. I haven't read them yet, but I know I'm gonna like them. And yeah, I already own these 2 finished copies, and I don't own this finished copy. It's just Odd One Out by Nick Stone, but I plan on buying it after I read the arc. So yeah, I think I want to start a whole arc shelf of arcs of women of color, or not even just women of color, just people of color, period. So yeah, I think that's something that I want to do. So I have Black Enough. It's written by a whole bunch of Black authors. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and Odd One Out by Nick Stone. So Black Enough is just an anthology. It's filled of short stories written by Black authors about what it means to be Black in America. I heard that it's not just like contemporary though. I heard that there's also some fantasy in here. I don't know if that's right, but I think I did hear that. So yeah, it's just short stories by Black authors. I'm actually not really sure what Odd One Out is about. I think it follows 3 friends. Yeah, it's like one story split into 3 points of views, but I'm not sure exactly what the story follows. Okay, so I have 3 more books, and they were all sent to me by friends. So if you sent me a book, thank you so much. Like, I never thought when I joined book Twitter that I would make friends in BookTube, that I would make friends, and close enough friends that they feel comfortable spending their money on me. So I mean, I know I do it for other people too, but it's still just a surprise, and it was so unexpected, and I just love this community so much. So yeah, that's me being sappy for like 20 seconds. So yeah, here's the first book that I got. It's called Ace of Shades, and it's by Amanda Foodie. My friend from Julie's Book Endeavors, Julie, she sent this to me. Yeah, she sent me Ace of Shades by Amanda Foodie. The book is about a girl named either Annie or N, and her mother goes missing, so she has to stop going to school and go into this city that's apparently corrupted with like crime and gambling and things like that. And she has to go into the city looking for her mom, because apparently her mom might be living a double life. So she follows her trail into the city, and she only has this one link to her mom, and it's apparently a guy named Levi, who is a con artist, I'm pretty sure. So Levi, apparently with Annie's promise of compensation, is going to help her find her mom. So I'm really excited for this one. I heard this has maybe bisexual representation. I'm not completely sure, but I know someone told me this has LGBT representation. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's bi. So yeah, my friend Julie said she really liked this book, and I do hear people talking about this, but not really as much as other books. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Oh, she sent me another book. She sent me another book. I just remember. Okay, so I remember that Julie did get me another book, but the reason I forgot about it was because I've already read this book, but I didn't own it. So this is one of my favorite books, so thank you so much, Julie, for getting this for me. I read it from a library originally, so I didn't own a physical copy, and she sent me one, and I'm emo, period. So yeah, she sent me A Court of Mist and Fury. I still don't own A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I'm probably gonna get it next month because I want to reread the whole series, because this book is a work of art. Do I really need to tell you guys what these books are about? Because I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but I'll just tell you what the first book is about. The first book is about a girl named Farah who goes in the woods because she's trying to get food for her family, and she ends up shooting an animal that turns out to be a fairy. So for her punishment, she gets taken back to Fairyland. Fairyland, I don't even know what is it called? I forgot. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Fairyland because I forgot what the heck it's actually called. But she gets taken by this guy named Tamlin into Fairyland, and it's just I can't take myself seriously when I call it Fairyland. I read it like 3 years ago. Please cut me some slack. Yeah, it follows everything that happens with her there. And this book is my favorite book in the series, but guess what? I like them all because I love these characters, and this is just a masterpiece, period. And I know people don't like Sarah J Maas, but guess what? I'm not one of them. I like this series. I haven't read Throne of Glass, but I plan on it. Last 2 books were sent to me by one of my closest friends ever. She's a knickknack too. Her name is Celestial, and she has a channel as well. I'll link it down below. It's called Lemon Lads. It's her and her best friend Nikki, and they both go on adventures around, I guess at this point it's going to be around the country. So I think it's very interesting, and I love their videos so much. So yeah, I'll link them down below, and you guys should really check them out if you like travel and things like that. But the first book that Celestial sent me was I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. Endeavor. I'm guessing Dever because it's kind of like Endeavor. I don't know. This book, sent me the book by Mason Dever. This book follows a person named Ben, and they come out to their family as non-binary. And once they come out, their family actually kicks them out. They move in with an estranged family member, and they end up going to, I'm pretty sure, a new school where they meet a guy named Nathan, and they become close friends, except they start becoming more than that. So yeah, I'm really excited for this book, and I'm going to be reading it next month because it's Pride Month, and obviously I want to read all the LGBT plus books that I can next month. So yeah. The last book that I got this month, and Celestia also sent me this one. This is Once in the Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. For some reason I read the synopsis for this and it doesn't mention space, so was I just mistaken in thinking that this book took place in space? But yeah, this cover is gorgeous, and this book is basically a King Arthur retelling where a girl ends up being King Arthur and she has to somehow save the world. Somehow. Yeah. So this book is also LGBT. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly what type of representation it has, but I'll put it on the screen because I hate saying that I don't know. That's pretty much all I know about this one. I don't know that much. Every time I get a synopsis, it's pretty vague, and even reading it just now, I feel like people haven't even said that about it, so I'm confused. So that was the last book that I got this month. I think it wasn't that bad, honestly. I feel like I had self-control this month, but then I think about the books I bought at Y'all West, and I'm like, did you? You just didn't buy that many when you got home because you didn't have money to buy any. And that's the tea. So, so yeah, that's all I got this month. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. My socials will be linked down below, and I'll see you in my next video.